Today we're going to be talking about 3 ways that you guys can drop your 40 time. Now the first thing that we're going to be discussing of the 40-yard dash time that can help you guys decrease your time going from like a 5 flat 40 to maybe like a 4.8, 4.7, whatever the case may be, is the start. So the start is the most important time of the 40-yard dash, or the most important aspect of the 40-yard dash. So think about a 40, right? The first 10 yards would be considered your drive phase. And then after the first 10 yards, that would be, I guess you could say, the acceleration phase, right? So for that 10 yards, what you are not trying to do is you're not trying to get out of your stance, just stand up and run as fast as you can. That's the mistake a lot of athletes make. They will stand up, try to run as hard as they can, and ultimately when they get to maybe 25, 30 yards, or before they hit that last 10, they are finishing not at their top speed. They actually lose speed because the amount of speed that they're trying to, I guess you could say, produce by just standing straight up and running, they essentially run out of gas, right? So that first 10 yards, we're not trying to run fast, we're trying to be powerful. So as soon as you get out of your stance, you need to have powerful knee drive, powerful arm swings. You're trying to create as much explosion as possible to propel you into that last 30 yards of that 40-yard sprint or 40-yard dash. So to improve your start, guys, that's what you have to focus on, and that will dramatically decrease your 40 time. Now, fellas, before we get into the next 2 things that will help decrease your 40 time, if you're an athlete and you need to put on muscle mass, you need to be consuming 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight that you're trying to get to. So if you're 160, you want to get to 170, 170 grams of protein is what you should be shooting for. So if you guys would like a great protein powder that can help you hit your daily goals, check out that very first link in the description below for our AG Labs Cookies and Cream Protein Powder. This is some of the best tasting protein powder on the market. This company, AG Labs, was founded by myself and my brother. My brother has, I would say, over 12 years in the supplement industry with experience, and I obviously have experience working with athletes, and I know what you guys need to improve size and to become a better athlete performance-wise. So if you guys would like a great protein powder, use the promo code FIRST25, FIRST25 at checkout at that very first link in the description below, and you get 25% off our protein powder. Now, the next thing you could do to improve your 40-yard dash time, we talked about the start. Now, this has to do with your start, but that's explosive movements in the gym. So every single athlete, and you guys may have heard me talk about this before, but every single athlete has 2 types of muscle fibers. You have slow twitch fibers and then fast twitch fibers. Slow twitch muscle fibers are where you would be jogging miles at a time. Let's say I'm going to go for a 3-mile run. I'm going to be activating a lot of slow twitch fibers because it's drawn out over time. Fast twitch muscle fibers are all-out effort movements where you're trying to exert everything that you got in a short amount of time or a short amount of space, similar to a 40-yard dash, especially the start. So doing more explosive movements will improve your start, and then hence will improve your 40-yard dash time. So what are some explosive movements? I would say you want to operate in a rep range in the gym if you're doing lifts or you're doing plyometrics, aka jump training. You should try to stay in a rep range between a maybe 6 reps or below, right? So let's say, I would say any type of explosive movement like an Olympic lift, so like a hang clean, a push jerk, maybe a snatch, 1-arm dumbbell snatch, maybe a jump squat, a box jump. If you guys can operate in that 6, I would say 3 to 6 rep range, and you were trying to exert as much effort as possible. I'm not saying that you got to lift super heavy weight either. You're just trying to move weight fast. That will increase that fast twitch muscle fiber count in your body, which will improve your start, and then hence will improve your 40 time. Now, number 3 on our list is going to be running form. So I think so many athletes have poor running form. When they run, maybe for example, their arms flatten out. Maybe when they bring their knee up, their toe is facing down, like they call that plantar flexion. We want to be dorsiflex with my ankle flex. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm some running form expert. I know a thing or two about running form, but I know that a lot of athletes would benefit from going to a speed trainer, or I guess you could say a running specific coach. Now, a lot of you guys for running form will run track. I think that's a very popular thing for football players in the off season is, hey coach, or coaches will even make the athletes do this where you're just going to go run track. Now, the problem with just running track when it comes to your running form is a lot of times track programs are very underfunded. It's not the most popular sport at a lot of high schools. It's not the most popular sport even in colleges. So they don't generate a lot of income. Therefore, they don't have a lot of funding to be able to spend on high quality coaches. Some programs do, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking every track program, but that's sometimes how it goes. So you have to understand that you just running laps around a track is not working on your running form. If you don't have a coach who's giving you drills, who's correcting your form, you're not getting the most benefit. So you can go to track Monday through Friday, but not actually learn anything, and you're just continuously repping out bad habits. You would get more benefit out of finding a speed coach or a running form coach that you go to 1 to 2 times a week. You take those tips, you take those exercises, you take those drills, and you go apply them on your own time 4 times a week. That's how you actually get better. So if you could have a combination of working on your start, explosive movements to improve your start, and then working on your running form to improve that top speed, that last 30 yards of your 40, you are going to see a massive decrease in your 40 time, and that will give you more to impress an actual coach.